Hey, my friends, welcome back to the My Virgo Friend podcast. I am your host, CheChe. Happy Lionsgate, happy Leo new moon. Again, I hope your day is off to an amazing start. Let's go right into our deep breaths, okay? Taking a deep inhale through your nose and exhale fully through your mouth. Let's go for 4 deep breaths, okay? Inhale. And let's take a sip of our beverage. You already know I'm drinking water on this Monday morning. Yes, like I said, happy Lionsgate. Yesterday was Sunday, August 8th. I meant to record yesterday so I could have it ready for y'all this morning, but here we are, okay? I spent the day yesterday being very productive, okay? So not sorry. But I was really productive yesterday. It was a really good Lionsgate for me, okay? Um, as you can see, I have me some nice flowers. This is one of the things I did yesterday, because remember, you want to embrace the element that we're currently in, right? So we're currently in a fire season element. We're in Leo season. Leos are lovers. So as an act of self-love to myself, for myself, I went and got me a bouquet of flowers. Publix had the buy one get one yesterday. Okay, so I got me a bouquet of these beautiful orange looking ones. And then I hate when the incense starts burning like much faster than it needs to, anyway, I got a bouquet of these burnt orange ones, and then I have a bouquet of classic red, of course, for the love energy. All right. And I intend to like once they wear out or whatever, or I may just use them now, whatever. I intend to take a bubble bath with the flowers to charge up the water to bring in, because love is the highest vibration, it's the highest frequency, and flowers do channel that same vibration, that same beautiful loving energy. So I want to bathe in that, and that's going to be my plan for maybe tonight, since I didn't do it last night because I want it close to the Lionsgate energy and stuff. But yes, so I hope you enjoyed Lionsgate. We're going to talk about that this episode. We'll talk about the new moon and Leo, what that means, of course. But before we get into all that jazz, let's shout out our friends. Okay, so first and foremost, to the Leos, happy birthday. Cheers to the Leos. Okay, uh the zodiac sign that reminds us to value ourselves greater, to shine brighter, to be more alpha, to be more of a leader, more independent, and to go for what you want. Cheers to the Leos for teaching us that lesson. And shout out to the Sagittariuses as well as the Aries for the fire gang. Cheers to the air signs, Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. Shout out to the water babies, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And last but not least, after Leo season is Virgo season. So the earth element Virgos, Capricorns, and Tauruses. Cheers, my friend. So, like I said, we're currently in Leo season, as I've been talking about the past couple of episodes with the Leo energy. Leo is a fire sign. And it is, just when you think of fire, what comes to mind, right? It's warm, the flames are usually dancing. So there's like some activity, some action when it comes to the fire element energy. So having a sense of boldness, courage. Think of the Wizard of Oz, right? The lion. When we first met the lion, he was cowardly, right? And what he most wanted was courage, the sense of courage. And by the end of the movie, he did develop that sense of courage. Okay, so that's also a theme, a lesson that comes with Leo season, is just having a greater sense of courage, allowing yourself to be bolder, again, allowing yourself to shine brighter. All right, whereas if you typically see yourself as average or not so special, or you don't really value yourself, Leo season is going to come in with that energy that just allows you to see yourself in a different light, maybe actually receive the compliments you keep getting from people, like if you have someone that's continuously pouring life into you and saying, oh my gosh, you should be doing this, you're so great at doing that, and you don't really allow yourself to embrace the energy because you just can't see it for yourself. Maybe with this Leo season, you just allow yourself to feel that a little more, like, maybe I could, have a fresh start with this new path, even though I'm afraid, even though I'm nervous and I may not understand what the steps are and what challenges I'm going to run into, and how, just whatever self-sabotaging ideas come into mind, right? We all do it. So whereas before you may have had more of a self-sabotaging energy when it comes to thinking about different pathways you could take and new beginnings you can have, this Leo energy may just allow you to step into that a little more, to step a little more into the spotlight, yeah, or to stay in that spotlight just a little longer. Don't be so quick to rush off, don't be so quick to run off. Enjoy it. When I'm teaching my dance classes, one of my main messages is to feel good and finish it, right? I've been to so many dance classes where, the choreographer or, just regular dancers, in a group, they're dancing, they forget it, they blank, and they just can't recover. They either melt right there in the ground or they like rush off, from being filmed. But either way, the intention for me should be just to enjoy the dance, right? So I coach my women, I coach my clients to say, even though you may forget what the steps are, even though you may fall out of the pocket, you may fall out of the groove, and it just may be so frustrating to keep going, or maybe you just literally just don't know what to do. Breathe, just take a second. Maybe you just need a second to see what everyone else is doing, or see what the choreographer is doing at the front, or just give yourself a moment to find the lyric, to find the beat, to jump back in there, right? Don't be so quick to give up on yourself. The intention is to feel good and finish it, right? Yes, you learned the choreography, yes, you learned the steps, yes, you learned the system, how to do it, but make sure you're enjoying the process as well. It's not just to put on for other people, because Leo energy is dramatic. It's focused on the arts. It's focused on theater, acting most specifically. So, yes, you may be in this energy and mindset to perform, to entertain, to do this service for others, but also make sure that you're getting some enjoyment out of it as well, okay? Don't be so quick to give up on yourself. Don't be so quick to quit, okay? Have that perseverance, consider the long game, because Leo is a fixed sign. Fixed signs are going to be what? Aquarius, Scorpio, and what's the water one? No. Scorpio's the water one. Earth sign. Fixed. Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. Those are the fixed signs. So when it comes to the fixed energy, it's given long game energy. It's given long term. It's gonna take time for it to develop, right? So in considering things that need time to develop, you don't want to rush the process, right? You don't want to quit halfway, right? Right before you get to the good stuff. Continue investing in the reps, continue investing in the practice, continue investing in the training. It's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. The success isn't going to pop off overnight. Yes, you deserve to be a star. Yes, you deserve to have the spotlight, but it may not happen overnight, okay? So when that happens, don't be so quick to give up on yourself. Consider divine timing, consider divine alignment, consider that, for every block, it's a hidden blessing, right? For every um change in position, for every redirection, it's for your good, it's for your highest good, it's for the greatest outcome. All right. So, because with Leo energy, there is the theme of ego and pride. So, don't become so prideful that you don't give yourself the time. Don't be so focused on your ego that you rush through the process and don't enjoy it. Don't let your ego get so big where it needs to be perfect or you're not doing at all. No, you're expected to learn. In this thing called life, everyone is trying to figure it out. Everyone is doing what's best for them, and everyone is doing what they have to do to survive, to thrive, whatever. So you have to make sure that you're doing that for you. You're doing that for yourself, okay? Because we owe it to ourselves to follow through. We owe it to ourselves to see it through. How many times have you been there for other people time and time and time again? You've been there at the beginning, you've seen it through, you've been there for the redirection, you've been there for the fall off and the comeback, you stuck beside them. You've stuck beside their dream. You've been the A1, the right hand, the since day one, the bestie, the whatever, the supporter, the assistant, the second in charge, second in command, whatever. You've played that position for others. Are you doing that for yourself? Are you being a right hand for yourself? Are you being that person to say, hey, I know you want to quit, but consider how much progress you've made? For example, I have my friend Neri. Shout out to Neri, my Cancer queen, okay? She sends me audio messages from time to time just to inspire me and encourage me to keep going with my podcast. Like shout out to everyone that always show me love, that always let me know that it matters, because sometimes we can't get in our head to think that the things that we do aren't mattering, to anyone but us. But when you hear from other people that it is making a difference, it can just really do something for the heart and for the soul and recharging. So shout out to everyone that embraces the love language of words of affirmation and complimenting people and encouraging people and cheering people on and giving constructive feedback, giving constructive criticism, giving respectful criticism that's being honest and straight to the point but tactful. So shout out to everyone that has a healthy throat chakra, that has no problem screaming from the mountaintops that they love someone or that they love something. Shout out to the people that live a life of passion, where they live from the heart. They may not be able to use their words to speak, but they live through their art, through their passion, through what they create. Shout out to those people, because Leo energy is crown chakra energy, but there is a big influence on the heart chakra as well when it comes to Leo, because Leos are lovers, right? So if you are able to say what you need to say and compliment others and show love, and a lot of times we think of people we need to reach out to, or people that we need to pray for, people that we need to check on and stuff. And most times we don't do it because we say, oh, we'll do it later, we'll do it later. No, do it right now. When you think of that person, when you think of that thing, consider it your higher self speaking to you. Consider it your intuition telling you, okay, this needs to happen right now. Because you never know, if you act on that instinct right in the moment, you can get a confirmation from that person like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you. Or, oh my God, I was just about to, I just sent this to you, check your email. You never know, there may be a divine connection. And because you're honoring and listening to your intuition at the time, you can catch those moments. Okay. But yes, going back to my friend Neri, she sent me, some love this morning. It's so important to have people that want to cheer you on, that pray for you, that want to see you win. So just thank you, Neri, for all the times you have poured into me, my friend. I love you so much. And it's just really important to make sure you're keeping your cup full, but also when people pour into you, when people show you love, receive it. We just came out of Cancer season, right? That had us all in our feelings, had us all emotional and whatnot. And maybe you descended into a dark place during Cancer season. Consider, go back to Cancer season. How was it for you? How was your energy? Were you in a good place? Were you in a light place? Were you in a dark place? Were you with friends? Were you more secluded? Did you spend time with family? Did you reach out to family? Did family reach out to you? Did you make new connections? Here we go. Did you make new connections? Did old connections fall off? Here we go. My phone just went off. What was significant for you during Cancer season? Okay, how did you process those emotions? And did you process those emotions, huh? It did you take care of yourself? Like for me personally, I could have done a better job of taking care of myself. Like I clearly said on the episodes for Cancer season to make sure you're hydrating yourself, make sure you're drinking your water. Your girl was not hydrating like she should have. Okay, I drink a lot of water anyway. If you know me, you know I drink a lot of water anyway, but for some reason I was still dehydrated at times during Cancer season. So maybe I just didn't do the increase of water like I should have. But yes, with Cancer season, was there a breakdown in your nurturing yourself? Consider that. Consider how your emotions were processed, how you were feeling. Because now that we're in Leo season, you may have this burst of energy to go, to be on go, right? Because it is fire. Fire is flames, okay? Fire is action. It's bold. It's masculine energy. It's now, right? It's hot. It's spicy. It's it's you know what I'm saying? Like it's bursts of action is what it's giving me, bouts of speed and whatnot. So with this action, with this desire to go, this passion, right? You may start off, hey, Conan, chill. You may start off where you're inspired and you feel good, and your sacral chakra and your solar plexus chakras are working. They dancing, they getting you out of bed, they're getting you to the gym, they're getting you to your job, they're getting you to your side hustle, they're getting you to practice, they're getting you to that private training, they're getting you from point A to point B to point C, and you're moving and you're making momentum, okay? And you're proud of yourself, and you're sweating, right? Because you're taking action, so you're sweating. That's fire energy as well. Sweat. When you get hot, you sweat, right? Whether it's internal or external influences, the energy of sweat is present also with fire energy, okay? So with the sweat, that could be in the form of exercise, playing sports, doing things you love. So you're doing things from a more passionate center. So there's some more energy that you're exerting from the thing you're doing. Maybe you go to the gym all the time, you're active, but now you're starting to go to dance classes and you're sweating in ways, and you're sore in ways that you hadn't been sore before, right? Or maybe you started a new workout routine, a new wellness plan, and it's like, dang, I'm feeling, aches and pains in places I hadn't had before, right? So it may be sweat in that nature. It may be sweat because now you're speaking your truth, you're being more courageous, you're being more bold, and the conversations you're having, maybe you just got some stress sweat going on that you hadn't noticed before. Like, oh snap, why am I stressed sweating because of this? I'm just talking to somebody, I'm just giving a speech, I'm just giving a presentation. Why do I feel more sweaty than usual, right? Or it may be because you get more sex, right? Maybe your sacral chakra is being lubricated and being worked in things, and maybe you're getting that sexual fulfillment, and so now you're sweating in the sexual act of making love and passion, yeah. So cheers to the sweat. Cheers to the heavy sweaters. If you a heavy sweater and you know it, sip it out. Shout out to the heavy sweaters, and shout out to Under Armour for catering to the heavy sweaters. I'm trying to manifest me a sponsorship with them, y'all. Put it in the air, put it in the universe, okay? Or not a sponsorship, maybe a partnership by the time I get to where I'm going. Shoot, CheChe X Under Armour, like how they do the Puma with Nicole Kirkland, or like Burju shoes with Kira Harper, like that. So shoot, I'm lighting my Palo Santo. I just randomly got the desire to light this. And I did want to do an oracle reading today for the Leo new moon. But yeah, what was I talking about? Leo energy. So yeah, all these themes with fire element with Leo is what you could be on the lookout for. Have you noticed any of these themes? And I forgot to address why my hair looks like this, okay? Because y'all know I usually have my hair out, and with it being Leo season, it's like I should be expected to have my fro out, my curls out, right? But Sunday was self-care day. Like I said, yesterday was Lionsgate, yesterday was the new moon, so I nurtured myself, okay? I did my deep condition like I usually do on Sundays. Like if I don't do it on Wednesday nights after my sexy sweat class, because my hair gets so sweaty and so kinky after my sexy sweat class, because we be sweating. Okay, we be sweating, we be moving, we be working, all right? So my hair is always just so sweaty. And so if I don't do it on a Wednesday, I'll do it on a Sunday. So I did my hair last night, And I did a deep condition. If you know of a great deep conditioner for thick, kinky, curly hair, please let me know. I've been using one brand. I think there's a better brand out there. Um, oh shit. But yeah, let me know if you have any recommendations for a great deep conditioner for thick, curly, kinky hair. But what was I about to say? So yeah, I did my deep condition yesterday. That went really good. I'll just do it both ways. I had my soak, did a soak yesterday. I'm gonna do another soak today because now I have my flowers that I can add to my water. But yeah, since I did my deep condition, I set my curls because if I don't set my curls, if I just like rub the product on my hair but not massage it and twist it per coil, it gets all frizzy and matted and kinky, and it's like more work than it is to like invest the time at the beginning and twisting my hair up, let it sit, let it get crunchy or whatever, and then take it out like after a day or so it's set. So I'm letting it set now. I wasn't ready to take my twist out just yet because I need her to be fresh and I need her to last the whole week. All right. So yeah, so y'all gonna get these twists today if you're watching on YouTube. Shout out to everyone that listens to. See, something just dropped. I guess it was a bobby pin. But shout out to those that listen to the podcast and don't watch it on YouTube, despite my many plugs for you to go to YouTube. Thank you for letting me know that I'm worth just to listen. I don't have to be looked at either. Like my voice is enough. I appreciate that. If you haven't written a review yet, this is a great time to do that. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, like when you scroll down to like to see all episodes, like right below it, I believe it's like write a review. So if you haven't written a review yet, I would love it if you did, because that helps with the algorithm so that other people can find my podcast. Shout out to, oh, this just popped out. New Moon Eclipse, expect powerful change. Okay, I was just clearing the deck. I wasn't really getting the cards out just yet, but we'll go with it. We'll go 3 cards. But yeah, so shout out to everyone that has shared my podcast in any kind of way, that talks it up, that tells your friends at work, your coworkers, your work family, that shares it with your family. Communication is key. New Moon and Gemini. Okay, 2 new moon cards so far. Bottom of the decks, South Node, don't let your past hold you back, and then which kind of looks like the Leo symbol a little bit if it was squiggled, and then hold your vision, fixed moon. Interesting, because this new moon is a fixed moon because it's in Leo, which is a fixed sign. So that's interesting that that's on the bottom of the deck. But let's do one more pop out card. So shout out to everyone that has promoted my podcast. I don't have any ads yet, so I guess this is like my little ad space moment here. Let's manifest me getting some ads. Let's see, what kind of ads would I like? I would love some type of vibrator, like sex toy ad, because oh, come on, spirit. Like I forgot what's the name of the company that like some of the other podcasts use that I listen to. But there's a Vesper. I think that's one. The Vesper sex toy is very discreet and clean. And I won't say like it looks like a necklace. So it's like this, so it's like it looks like jewelry, but if you didn't know any better, right? But if you know, it's like, oh, so it's like one of those things. And I won't say Janet Jackson like wears her Vesper, but that would be cool if I had like one of those as an ad. What else? Maybe some type of wine, like cheers, like wine or something, because I'm always cheersing y'all. And crazy, the third card is blue moon, believe in the impossible. We're actually going to have a blue moon this month because we're having a second full moon in Aquarius. Interesting. Bottom of the decks, wow, all new moon energy, y'all. Bottom of the decks, new moon, a new start is coming, and new moon in Aries, it's time to take action. Aries is a fire element, just like Leo, so new moon and fire, we'll take it. It's time to take action, okay? So we'll keep that as bottom of the deck. And again, we have 3 new moon cards. Crazy. Well, 2 new moon cards and a blue moon, which is what we're having this month. So get into it. The first card is New Moon Eclipse, expect powerful change. The second card, the second card is New Moon and Gemini, communication is key. And Blue Moon, believe in the impossible. Okay, so off the bat, I'm noticing that we have two blue energy cards here, which is talking to me about or speaking to me throat chakra straight up. And then New Moon Eclipse, we just came out of eclipse season with Cancer season. Remember, we had eclipses in Gemini season and Cancer season with the new moons. And I want to say it was like with the new moon, it was like a lunar eclipse, solar eclipse, and another lunar eclipse. Remember those three back to back? So this is the energy that it's given me, right? So when I do the three card pop out, I kind of look at it as like past energy, present energy, and then future energy, right? So with this first card, New Moon and Eclipse, expect powerful change. Again, going back to Cancer season, like I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, how was Cancer season for you? Was it a little more emotional than usual? Was it a little? Were you a little more sensitive than usual? Did you go to a dark place? Notice the energy and the design of this card. It's so pretty, right? It's a dark moon. We can't see the moon, but the light behind it, right? It's illuminated behind the dark moon. So it's like, for me, it's kind of speaking to like going through the darkness to get to the light, right? Or it's also giving me the energy of like, don't block yourself, don't block your own light. Don't self-sabotage yourself, with this darkness, with this sadness. The light is peeking through, like we see at the top right here. The light is starting to peek through, and I feel like the light wants to peek through because the colors are prismatic. It's like chrome energy. It's beautiful hues of purple and blue, indigo, got a little touch of green in there, the luminous white. Like there's a lot of beautiful energy, a lot of beautiful color that's behind this blockage. Okay, so consider that in your own life. Like, how have you blocked your own light, or did you descend? Like, were you in this bright energy and now this darkness has casted over you, or like this dark shadow, this dark energy? Is it you? Is it somebody? Is it a circumstance that just really put you in a darkness, like where you were feeling good in the summer, you were feeling good in Gemini season, feeling good in Cancer season, and then these just emotions just consumed you? Okay, was it an unexpected change? Was it was it an expected change or unexpected? And considering if it was unexpected or not, how did that influence you? How did that affect you? In what ways did it affect you? Okay, did it affect you in a positive way, in a negative way? Consider that. Like, really go back to look to see how your energy has been. And if it's hard for you to consider that now, this is your reminder and sign to start journaling. Okay, even if you just have a planner, you can write little notes, around the pages. Like, you can write outside the box. Okay, you don't have to do everything so perfect and within the lines. It's okay to step outside the box a little bit. That's Leo energy, right? Having the courage to make your own path, right? Having the courage to press on despite, being thrown these curveballs, despite falling into a darkness, falling into a slumber. Okay, picking yourself up again, right? Because the only thing we can expect is change. That's the only constant in life, right? That life will change. And in some circumstances, the more things change, the more things stay the same, right? When it comes to certain people and situations, sometimes things don't change, but we also can expect that we are expected to change. So to change is not a bad thing. Okay, so if you were in a light place but descended into a darkness, or just visited your shadow self, visited your emotional self, your inner child, maybe you did some inner child healing, maybe you did some past wound healing, womb healing, even WOMB, womb healing. Okay, it doesn't mean it was a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you weren't supposed to go there. Okay, it doesn't mean that you weren't supposed to experience that. Yes, it was dark. Yes, it may have been painful. Yes, it may have been an experience you don't want to experience again, but we have to trust that all things are for our highest good. We may not understand it at the time, but we have to trust that it's for the betterment. It may be dark, it may be lonely now, it may be cold now, or maybe it was cold, maybe you're coming out of that cold energy, you're coming out of that dark energy where you were swept away with the eclipse season. Okay, so consider what your eclipse was. But now we're in Leo season, and the second card is New Moon and Gemini. Communication is key. New Moon and Gemini happens in Gemini season, so that's going to be like around May 23rd to like June May 23rd to like June 22nd, something like that. Uh, so the New Moon in Gemini, this happened in I want to say like maybe like first week in June is when they had the New Moon in Gemini. Gemini, we know, is an air sign. It is represented by the twins, the zodiac twins. Okay. Gemini gets a bad reputation for being two-faced. Not so much, because every sign has a higher self and a lower self, or a shadow self. Okay. So it's not that Gemini is two-faced, but Gemini does represent duality. So Gemini can maybe see both sides of the coin. They can maybe understand both sides of the situation, or tap in to both sides, tap into both their divine masculine, their divine feminine. Maybe it comes with more ease for them. Gemini is also represented by the arts, theater. So that's another thing too, with just having that duality. You've ever met artists where like they're super shy in person, but when they get on stage, when they perform, they just really turn it on. Like Michael Jackson, for example. When you look at him in interviews, right? He seems very shy, very reserved, conservative even. But when he's on stage, he is free, baby. He is on fire. He is performing. He is giving it for to us. Okay. He is letting us have it. God rest his soul. But with Michael Jackson, or just with any artist that has that energy of, okay, I'm shy, like I'm a totally different person from when you see me in person to when I'm on stage, to when I'm performing. That's when I come alive, baby. Yeah. I feel like that's that duality. And I feel like that's what Gemini season may help you to tap into, right? Like in Gemini season, maybe you had the desire to improve your look, to switch up your look. Maybe you're used to having natural hair, but then you wanted to chop your hair off, or you wanted to dye your hair when you typically don't dye your hair, or you want to get highlights when you typically don't highlight your hair, or you want to be curly when you're typically straight, whatever. But just allowing yourself to see, well, how about this other side of me? How about, let me tap into this other gift, this other passion, this other talent? Think back to like May, June. Did you have that desire that came to you, like, let me do something else, let me do this other side, let me consider this when I hadn't considered this other thing before? That's duality, I feel. And I feel like that's what the energy is in Gemini season. And so with this message saying communication is key, like I said, it's given big throat chakra energy with this reading. And with throat chakra energy, like I said at the beginning of the episode, um using your throat to be brave enough to speak your truth, being brave enough to having the courage to say what you need to say, having the courage to have that conversation, to do the hard things, to say the hard things, right? Lions roar, even I brought that up on the previous episode. The lions roar, right? Be loud, take up space, be the voice in the room. Maybe you're used to being in the board meeting, and or being in the team meetings, and you're not really contributing, okay, to the meeting. You're just playing it safe. You don't really want to tell people how you feel, what you think, because you don't want to rock the boat, or you don't want people mad at you, or you don't want people to whatever self-sabotaging, insecurity, or playing small idea that came to your head. Okay. But maybe in this Leo season, maybe your boundaries have just been tested and you've had it, and you're not going to just allow yourself to just sit there and go with the flow. Maybe you want to shake the table a little bit, okay? Maybe you want to really say what's on your mind. Maybe you want to finally have the courage, have the balls to say, you know what? I quit. I'm not happy here. I'm not doing what I love. I'm not doing my passion. I'm not living my passion. I'm not living a life that's fulfilled. If I'm being really real, I don't love you anymore. If I'm being really real, I don't feel like you love me anymore. I don't feel like we're friends anymore. I don't feel like you respect me anymore. I don't think you're proud of me. Are you proud of me? Okay. Is my ego getting in the way? Is my light too big for you? Tell me how you really feel. Okay. Communication can be in the form of, you know what? You're not going as hard as you should be. Looking at yourself in the mirror to say, you know what? You being hella lazy right now. Because shadow Leo energy is laziness, it's stubbornness, it's I'm the king. I do as I please. I come and go as I please. Somebody else handle it. I'm the king. I shouldn't have to do anything. Right? That's shadow side of Leo energy. So maybe having the conversation of let someone know that they're being too lazy, that they're not pulling their weight, that they're not giving you what you need. Okay. The thing is a thingin', okay? It's the thing thinking. Let them know because you deserve the highest and best, okay? You deserve the highest and best effort. So if someone isn't meeting that for you, maybe you need to have that conversation, okay? Maybe you need to have the conversation to say, you know what? I will not be returning. I will not be coming back. I do not miss you. I know you miss me, but I do not miss you. I'm not being respected. I don't feel respected. I don't feel good when I'm in your energy. I don't feel good when I'm in your essence. I don't feel proud when I'm in your energy. I feel insecure, okay? And I don't want to be in that insecure energy. I don't want to be in that shadow self, that dark side of me that's feeling like I'm not enough. Because in this energy, I feel like I am enough. Maybe my light is just too big for this room. Maybe my ideas are too big for this room. Maybe this company doesn't represent me like I thought it did. Maybe they don't respect me like I thought I did. Maybe I thought we were friends, but you weren't friends with me. Shame on me for thinking that you would change. Shame on me for thinking that you actually have my best interest at heart when you show me in the past that you don't, okay? Fuck that. Now I'm going to say what I need to say. Communication is key. What do you need to say? Okay? Who do you need to tell? What do you need to say to that person? What do you need to say to yourself? Know when to call it. Okay? Know when to call it. Know when it's done. Know when to walk away. Know when to say enough is enough. Okay? Because no one is in your head. No one else is literally hearing your thoughts. Okay? Yes, we have psychic gifts or whatever, but in regards to you communicating how you feel and communicating what your needs are, the onus is on you, my friend. The buck starts with you, my friend. Okay? You got to see it through, my boy. Okay, you have to initiate it and see it through. All right. So communication is key. What do you need? What do you need to say? And who do you need to say it to? And why do you need to have this conversation? Why haven't you had this conversation already? Okay. If you need help, ask for the help. Don't let the ego and the pride get into your way, thinking that to ask for help makes you weak. No, don't let that shadow side of ego, the shadow side of pride, stop you from getting the help and the resources you need. Stop rejecting the blessings because your ego is in the way. Stop rejecting your blessings because your ego is in the way. God, spirit is here to help. God, spirit, universe is here for your highest good. When you say that, when you chant that, you have to believe that. You can't just say it willy-nilly, half-heartedly with an eye roll and a eye flutter and a shout out to Dr. Devin, Afion Crockett. He be doing that Dr. Devin Fontaine character, whatever. It's adorable. And I would love to have him on a podcast as well. I should ask him. Um, but yeah, you guys, just like the other day I had to have a meeting with my coach, because I've been saying that I'm getting into bodybuilding, right? And I'm gonna have Tristan on an episode here soon, y'all. But I had to have a heart to heart with him and just let him know, like, hey, because as I said, last week was pretty hard for me, so I wasn't consistent with taking care of my body. And so I had to have a meeting with him because I've been getting the message of ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. Ask for what you have, everything you need, but also ask for help if you need it. So I'm like, oh, I got it. You got it. You know, I'm a trainer. I'm a coach. If anybody's going to help me, it should be me, right? But no, sometimes our perspective is so tunnel vision. It's so limited, and it can feel like we're at the bottom of a well. Shout out to the people that seen the movie The Ring. It's giving me The Ring energy as well. As if we're in the well looking up at the light and they're sliding that little boulder on top. Um, Even though you may know yourself best, even though you've helped yourself out of dark places before, sometimes we need other people. Sometimes we need someone with an unbiased opinion, with unconditional love for you, with no judgment of you because they don't know much about you, so they can't really judge you, but they can just love you in the place that they are, you know, and love you where you are. Sometimes we just need people. Sometimes we just need help, and it's okay. It doesn't mean you need somebody to wipe your ass, but maybe you just need someone to tell you that it's okay that you had a bad day. It's okay if you don't finish this workout. It's okay you don't want to if you want to change your mind, if you want to do this anymore. Like sometimes we just need to hear that from people. Sometimes we just need to have that reminder that it is okay. Sometimes we need the reminder that somebody else has had this challenge or this difficulty too. Those connections, those reminders are made when we open ourselves up to people, when we open our heart, when we allow ourselves to feel. Okay, you got to feel to heal. Stop acting all tough and acting like your feelings aren't hurt. Stop acting like you don't miss them. It's okay to love someone. It's okay to miss someone. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to appreciate people, you know? So, and it's okay to be appreciated, you know, like even if you were in a dark place, and even though you want to, okay, sorry, my mom is texting me, I gotta pick her up in a little bit. But even though we may get into these dark places, right, because um cancer uh cancer in its sign is ruled by the heart chakra, but it's the heart chakra energy still kind of bleeds over into Leo season, okay? So make sure that you're allowing yourself to be loved on and supported. You know, like when I had my heart to heart with my coach the other day, I just had to be straight up with him and say, you know what, I hadn't been taking care of myself like I should. I know what I need to do, but I just literally could not, you know, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I failed you. I'm sorry I disappointed you. And of course, I may have disappointed him, but what matters most is that I'm back. What matters most is that I have this self awareness to say, you know what? I know I hadn't been doing what I should be doing. My apologies for disrespecting you, for disrespecting your time, for disrespecting, you know what I'm saying, telling you, texting you, yeah, I'll be there within an hour, and then never showing up, and then never sending a text that I wasn't going to make it, you know? Apologies. My bad. You know, that I have to remember that it's not, yes, this prep is for me, but it's not all about me, because there's other people that are invested in this journey as well, and I have to trust that there are other people that are invested in love and nothing else. They have nothing else to gain. They just want to see you win. They just want to see you happy. Okay? And they can see you so much brighter than you see yourself. And if you would just let them in to love you, they could help you out of that dark space. But you have to be real with yourself to say that you need help. You have to be real with yourself to say, you know what, I don't have it all together. I'm crying. I can't see the forest for the trees. I'm just so blurred. It's just smoke and mirrors right now. I just have such brain fog. Like, just be real about what you are going through. People can't help you if they don't know what you're going through, and the dings go off. Okay, people can't help you if you're not being real about what you need. All right, it's okay to ask for help. Breathe. It's okay to ask for help. Another ad that just came to mind, better help. That's another one I be hearing. Okay. I would like to have an ad where I'm promoting therapy service. Okay. Because it's so consistent with my podcast. So let's cheers to better help becoming an ad as well. But yeah, take this as your sign to book that therapy appointment. Take that sign to book that personal trainer. Take this as a sign to book that private session, okay? Invest in yourself, okay? Invest in your well being. Think about the time that has passed where you didn't have the help, you didn't have the support because you didn't ask for it, and you knew you were in a dark place, and you knew you weren't being productive, you weren't getting anything done. Days were passing you by. Think about how much time has passed by because you just didn't ask for help, right? You already see how that played out, right? How bad did you beat yourself up? Huh? How much energy did you exert? Okay? Was it energy that made you proud and made you feel good? Or did it make you feel like a failure? Hmm? Consider that. Well, let's not do that shit again, okay? How about this time ask for help? Ask for help. Tell them and let them know exactly where your shortcomings are. Tell them where your insecurities lie. Share with them the ways you've disappointed yourself so they can remind you that you're still worthy. So they can remind you that you still have time, therefore, you still have options. To remind you that no matter how many days you didn't make it to the gym, I'm just glad you came today. Let me hug you. Let me love you. Cry into my arms. You can snot, you can but not Viola Davis snot on me if you need to on my shoulders. All right. I was gonna watch this anyway. And hold and enjoy that hug. Quiver in their arms if you have to. Heart to heart connection, tit to tit, okay? So it's okay to be loved on. Leos are lovers. Leo is the lover's sign, okay? Like Gemini in tarot, the lover's card is represented by Gemini energy as well. So love, allow yourself to be loved on, okay? Whereas, like how we see here, one girl, she has her eyes closed. Maybe you were blind to the love that was present around you the whole time. Maybe you've been blind to the support and the community that's been here the whole time, or maybe you've been blind to your own beauty. And now you can see yourself, eyes are open. Oh, there's an eagle. That's got to be an eagle or a hawk or something. It's just a big ass bird and it doesn't look all black. And the way it just flew and landed, I just feel like it was like consistent with the message just now. But anyway, maybe now you're seeing yourself just as beautiful as other people see you. Or maybe your eyes were closed before and now you're seeing things for what they were. Or maybe you were focused on the past before, but now you're focused on the future. Something about the duality, or maybe you're able to move forward because you went to the past to consider, okay, where did I fall short? Where was I wrong? How did I drop the ball in this situation? How did I play small? Fuck that. Now it's time for me to be bigger, right? It's time for me to have this second chance. The second chance is this third card, the blue moon card. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon, you know the saying, every once in a blue moon, or the song from like the 50s, blue moon, you saw me standing alone without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where name that movie? You have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Salinas. Anything for Salinas. Take a sip. That's the only reason why I know that song, because of that scene. But anyway, blue moon. Blue moons happen when you have 2 full moons in the same sign, or like the same zodiac season, okay? In the same zodiac energy. So the blue moon that will happen in August will be for the full moon in Aquarius. We already had a full moon in Aquarius, okay? And the second full moon in Aquarius is on the very last day of Leo season, okay? If it was one more day, it would be a Pisces full moon in Virgo season, but because we're having 2 Aquarius full moons, okay? We don't get a full moon in Pisces this year, y'all. We don't get a full moon in Virgo season, okay? Because we have 2. So after the second Aquarius full moon, it then jumps to a full moon in What? Because it's full moon in Aquarius, and then it goes to Aries. So then it'll be Libra season, full moon in Aries. Okay. Um, but the blue moon rarely happens. Okay, we don't have blue moons every month. Okay, but I want to say it's at least once a year, at least in one sign. At least I feel it's at least a blue moon, maybe even a couple or a few. Because I feel like maybe in January there's like blue moon energy as well. Shit, well, also goes with Aquarius season, right? Which will be the Leo full moon. I digress. But anyway, when there's a two full moons in the same zodiac season, it's considered a blue moon. So since this is a rare occurrence, it's not typical, okay? It doesn't happen often. It's a special occasion. It's kind of magical, if you will, okay? So the message here is believe in the impossible, okay? Believe in the impossible. So, what would you say is this magic, okay, that you're calling forth? We are in a Leo new moon, but it's also Lionsgate, okay? Lionsgate, 8, okay? The number 8. When you look at the number 8, when you turn it on its side, it's the infinity symbol, right? So August is the 8th month. On the 8th day is considered Lionsgate, double 8. My left eye just started jumping, okay? Woo. God, leave my left eye jump. I don't know if y'all can see it in the video. And now my right hand is jumping. Okay. Now my left eye is jumping and my right hand is quivering. So with the blue moon, right? With the blue moon, it's magical. It's a time of maybe like divine intervention, divine alignment. Perhaps like it has not stopped quivering. I don't know if y'all can see it in the camera, but like it's jumping like crazy. My left eye is jumping like crazy. Growing up, I've always heard like it's like bad news or something bad coming, but I wonder if it's like a divine message because they say the messages come in to the left and then it goes out the right. We'll see. We're gonna see, huh? Um, but what is the magic that you want to call forth for Lionsgate? Because this is a very, very powerful manifesting time. Okay. This whole week since Lionsgate is open, I need your thoughts positive. I need you thinking about believing in the impossible, literally. Like for example, I'm 33, right? I love dance. I want to be a dancer. I am a professional dancer, okay? Growing up, I loved Janet Jackson. I loved J Lo. You know why? Because they were really influenced on dancing and the dancers and dance culture, right? Growing up, Big Les was one of the dancers I knew. Lorianne Gibson, OG Lorianne Gibson. Like, I'm not technically trained, but dance has always been a love and passion of mine since I was a young girl. And now that I'm 33, no, I don't have any kids, but I'm 33. I am self-aware enough to know that the opportunities presented to me may not be like that of an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old or a 25-year-old, whatever. Okay, because everyone has something cool. But I'm like, but I also need to keep the dream alive, right? I need to also don't short myself, like you just never know what divinity and magic can happen. So don't count yourself out. Like I was saying earlier, don't be so quick to give up on yourself. Don't be so quick to give up on the dream, okay? Now, be sensible. Okay, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do for the dream to happen. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do for it to manifest. Make sure it makes sense. Okay, be mindful of your time, of your energy, of your resources, and do what you know you need to do. Okay, because um, it begins and ends with us, y'all. Like, we don't want to invest so much time and energy just to give up right at the end, right before it's about to pop off, right? Just make sure you're being consistent with your energy. You can't just keep saying, yeah, I'm going to be a rapper, I'm going to be a rapper when you're not doing what rappers do. You can't say, I'm going to be an artist, I'm going to be an artist when you're not doing what artists do. If you're creative, create, okay? If you're a professional, do business, all right? If you're a businessman, a businesswoman, then do business, act like it. Show up as your highest self. Show up as your higher self, okay? Communication is key. Be real with yourself. Are you doing what you need to do to make the dream come alive? Are you investing in yourself like you should to yield the results you're expecting? Okay, don't be so hard on yourself. See, now it's giving me, you see how we have the dark moon and then this illuminated moon, right? This full moon here, the dark moon, it's giving me yin yang energy, right? Are you doing part A for part B to come? You know, like you see that? Are you doing what you need to do? Are you putting forth the energy that you need to for it to pop off? Or are you just waiting and wishing? Okay? Because consistency is rewarded. Energy, effort, hard work is rewarded. Okay? Simply just keeping it out into the universe in the form of hopes, wishes, and dreams, not so much. Okay? So make sure you are doing what you have to do for you, because time is passing by. You know, the full moon will be here. From the new moon to the full moon, you have to be in a mindset of calling forth the energy that you want. What new beginning are you manifesting? What miracle do you want to see develop in your life? How do you want to show up into the world? You know, how do you need other people to show up for you? What magic do you need in your life? What magic, what beautiful beginnings would you like? You know, instead of saying, oh, I'm ready to own my first home, you know, I could settle for a cottage, blah, blah, blah. Shoot, maybe start manifesting building your first home. Maybe manifesting owning some land, not just owning property, but owning the land too. You know, not just getting a job, but getting a salaried position. Not just getting a salary position, but a salary position doing what you love. You don't even have to grunt and labor over the money. It just comes to you effortlessly. And it comes in the form of doing what you actually love to do. Wouldn't that be a blessing? To be rewarded financially, to be financially compensated for doing what you love, to be rewarded for being yourself, for showing up as you. Isn't that the dream? To work with mentors that you grew up watching, to work hand in hand and side by side with people that you grew up listening to, and then things go off. You know, if you allow yourself to sink so low, allow yourself to rise above too. Keep that same energy. If you're going to allow yourself to fall into a deep slumber, at least let yourself come up. You can rise too. You can grow too. You can be more. You can be brighter. Enough playing this, oh, I wish I could shine, but this what this telling me, this eclipse card. I wish I could shine, but this darkness is giving me but energy. I want to shine, but so and so, this is their time to shine. Okay, you can't shine at the same time. Maybe don't you shine in a different way? Don't you shine and radiate with a different energy? Like, they don't have your magic. They can't do what you do. They don't have your sauce. They don't have your flavor. They don't have your drip. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, they're not you, beloved. Your light is unique. Your light is needed. Your light is missed. Your light is appreciated. Just make sure you're in the right spaces to be appreciated. Okay, you can't appreciate your light if you're hiding in the closet. You can't appreciate your light if you're always at the house. Okay, Mr. Right isn't gonna come knocking on your door. All right? They're not gonna beat down the door like the Kool-Aid man. You may need to go out and do brunch. You may need to go out and network. You may need to go to the gym. You may need to go to the park. You may need to just go be that plus one for your friend from time to time. Go run some errands. Instead of sitting at home watching TV, take 30 minutes to go walk in a store. Get dressed up, put on some makeup, and just go to a store. Move your body. Movement is medicine. No more stagnant energy. Remember, I was talking about what type of water you represent last podcast episode, or one for that. What type of energy are you putting out? Movement is medicine. No more being stuck. Flow with your words, flow with your body, communicate. Whether it's verbal or nonverbal communication, whether it's communicating with your body or communicating with your throat chakra, move your body. Movement is medicine. Move that energy in the form of communication so that your life can get better, so that your light can get brighter, so that your light can be appreciated and loved and reciprocated. It's time that you be loved on too. It's love season. It's love time. You deserve to be loved too, okay? It's time you start securing your boo for the holidays, okay? All right. You want to be able to say, yeah, we've been, chatting for like 3 to 5 months for the love. You know what I'm saying? This is that time where you start staking your claim. Okay. Who you loving, who you want to be hugging. I named that episode like a couple episodes back, right? Or maybe you want to be loving on yourself right now. Maybe you're just deciding, like, you know what? I can't deal with somebody right now. I really just deserve me. Like me. I want to call in romance into my life because before I didn't really embrace romance because I always played small and be like, oh, well, I don't require much. I don't need much. No, I want flowers. I want just because flowers all the time. It doesn't have to be, like I just love flowers. I do. So for me to bring in the energy of flowers and to be reminded of how much I love flowers to get me, like I love these flowers. They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. For me to be reminded of this energy, I have to do it for myself, right? So I won't be surprised when the energy starts coming up, getting flower deliveries, because that's what I expect. Okay, so my third ad manifestation will be a flower service. Okay, a flower or plant service. Like I do want some big house plants. I want to get into my green thumb. Okay, so yeah, so I'll go ahead and end that message there. A review of the cards again. First card, New Moon Eclipse. Expect a powerful change. We just came out of eclipse season. Second card, New Moon and Gemini. Communication is key. Gemini is represented by the Lovers card in Tarot and represented by the Twins. So duality. Consider the duality in your world. What is your dark self been processing? And how can your higher self show up for you? Third card, Blue Moon, believe in the impossible. It's time for miracles. It's time for magic. It's time for you to show your light. It's time for you to shine your light. It's time for you to be the center of attention. It's time for you to go big, go home, do it or not. Stop doing that old stuff. Do the new stuff. Split the deck. It's time for healing, okay? So I'll go ahead and end it on that. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the My Virgo Friend podcast. You already know how to get in touch with me. CheChe. CheChe Babe at on Instagram, CheCheBabe. Shout out to my friends, my lovers, my supporters, people that's praying for me, that's excited to see me win, that's excited to see this podcast take off because it's gone. It's gone. And calling forth my ads in advance. And just make sure you're burning your intentions, y'all. I didn't even mention that with Lionsgate, but make sure you're burning candles, burning your intentions, do some sun gazing, be in the sun, charge up, work with the element of fire, okay, whatever that means, all right? So yes, smudge yourself, smudge your spaces, clean your spaces, new moon, new energy, clean, 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 okay? You can listen to previous new moon episodes to get more details on how to celebrate the new moon. It's all about making the energy new, right? Like I cleaned out my closet yesterday and it looks so good, y'all. I have so much space. I'll talk about that on the next episode of how I cleaned out my closet and how it helps me energetically. I'll talk about that for Wednesday. But yes, I'm excited for new beginnings. Cheers to the new beginnings, y'all. Cheers. Keep breathing. Remember, it's a fire element, so be mindful of burnout. Don't be on go so much that you forget to breathe and you forget to take care of yourself. Remember, we just came out of that energy of having to nurture ourselves. All right. So I love you, and send me messages, send me love, tag me, and just know I love you so much. And I'm so grateful for y'all. And I will see you next time. Bye. Peace.